Bitcoin had another big day today. It's up over 3%. Ethereum is barely even up at all, mostly even. And Binance Coin is down about 0.5%. Hey guys, it's Cody here. I want to go ahead and give you an update to crypto and Bitcoin, starting with our Bitcoin chart TA. But first thing I want to mention is why exactly did Bitcoin rally? And I think the reason why Bitcoin rallied today is because the NASDAQ was also up today, up almost 2%. And Bitcoin does tend to follow the NASDAQ, even though it has diverged a little bit since earlier last year. But when the NASDAQ does go up, Bitcoin tends to go up as well. Now, what's interesting about this is the fact that Bitcoin was up today, but not Ethereum and not Binance Coin. And so I have some theories on that. I'm going to go ahead and get to that a little bit later in the video. So first, we're going to go ahead and talk about our Bitcoin chart TA. And now Bitcoin is in this vital area that I've outlined here of resistance. Now, this resistance line goes from about 28,600 to about 32,400. This vital area right here is what I'm calling this vital area of resistance. We can see previously that we had this resistance in May and a little bit of June. We have a lot of activity right here. You'll notice also that this was the level that Bitcoin went to during about the summer of 2021. So there's a lot of volume right here. And on top of that, there's some more history back here at about the December of 2020 on the way up here. So this level right here is incredibly vital for Bitcoin, both at a resistance side and as a support as well. So if we push up into this resistance point and then we can have a solid breakout, we can actually see this area act as some fairly strong support like it did back in June of 2021. And that right there would be very bullish if we can get a breakout through this point. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here to the 1 day, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what happened today. So today, again, up almost 4% or so, and now it's kind of giving back a little bit of that in the after hours. What we really want to see is a break above this 28.6 level. If we get a push into that 28.6 level, Bitcoin could really run. Especially if we get a breakout, that'd be very bullish. Now, one other thing I want to take a look at is down here at the RSI on the daily. It is currently at about 64 almost. So not quite overbought, but very close to being overbought. And again, it's overbought when it hits 70. And right now, we're kind of teetering on the edge of that. Now, previously, I'd said to watch out for this support level I just drew in here at about 61. It dipped very briefly below that and then came back up again. So it just goes to show that there is quite a bit of support down here in this area of about 26,800. That's an area that I've personally been looking out for strong levels of support. So Bitcoin right now is in a very good spot, I think. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our Bitcoin funding rate. Now, Bitcoin funding rate, what this tells us is what the derivatives market are doing, and what the derivatives market are doing, that impacts the Bitcoin spot price. So what we have here is a strong funding rate, which means that longs are dominant and longs are increasing their position. That's something we've seen recently with the rise up here at about the 17th of March. It has previously hit that level where you have longs entering in new positions and paying shorts a premium, an increasing premium, in fact. So over the last couple of days, we've seen this actually increase from being almost neutral to being all the way up here at about 0.0133. So what that means is that longs have been building their position throughout this entire area right here. So right now, longs are in control. Longs are dominant when it comes to Bitcoin. And as I've said before, longs have defended that 28,600 level, this level right here of support. They have defended it strongly. Next, I want to go ahead and take a look at the SOPR. So when it comes to the SOPR is going to give us an idea of profitability. And again, one above this dotted line shows us profitability for the market. Right now, it's holding above that one. It's at 1.01. And this is a metric that is very important because in order for the next bull market to start, it has to hold above this one level. So far, we're getting that. So we'll see. I will monitor this and make sure that it stays above that dotted line. And if it doesn't, we might actually get a quick breakdown like we did here on about the 6th or so of March. But it shot right back up again. That was when Bitcoin went down to about 20,000 and then powered back up. Now, we also have the Bitcoin Exchange Reserve. What we're seeing here is that Bitcoins continue to come out of the exchange wallets, and now they're being accumulated by interested parties. Traders and investors are coming in and they're buying off the exchanges. This hit a top of about March 19th or so, and ever since the March 19th high, it's been coming down steadily. So we're seeing a huge move of Bitcoins from the exchanges to wallets. Now, I also want to go ahead and talk about Bitcoin's historical percentage for this month. Right now, it's up 22% for March. We only have a couple more days left in March. But what's interesting about this is if you compare this to Ethereum, now Ethereum is only up 11% in that time. And the reason for this is because, as I'll show you, the Bitcoin dominance has been on an absolute tear. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, this is Bitcoin's share of the crypto market cap, and it seems to be increasing. Right now, it's at a 47% level, which is a level that we haven't seen in quite some time. But if we go and back this out here, we can take a look at this. What we're seeing here is that Bitcoin does tend to go on these little spikes where Bitcoin dominance goes up dramatically. And especially over March, it increased massively from about 43% all the way up to about 47, 48%. And so the reason why Ethereum has been down so much is because it looks like traders and investors are, instead of buying Ethereum, they're buying Bitcoin. So that's primarily the reason why. And this historical underperformance for Ethereum is very unusual. That's not normal because normally Ethereum makes a bigger move than Bitcoin does and tends to follow Bitcoin. Next, I want to go ahead and talk about this portfolio on Nansen. This is Binance's portfolio. Binance, the exchange, has $64 billion in their total portfolio. And I think it's important to talk about this because they control a significant amount of the crypto market as it is. And what we're seeing here is that their token allocation has actually been mostly in stablecoins, USDT, a little bit is in Bitcoin, about 23%, 12% is in Ethereum, 10% is in BUSD, only 5% is in BNB, and then this others makes up about another 20%. Now, what's interesting about this is they've recently talked about converting a significant amount of their BUSD, their Binance stablecoin, away from their Binance stablecoin and instead buying things like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Binance Coin. So I do expect that this amount here is going to be reduced in the future. Now, they've talked about previously committing about $1 billion or so to buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. When we've definitely seen some significant buying of Bitcoin and Ethereum over the past couple of weeks, and I do think that they have something to do with that. So in case you guys are curious, definitely recommend you come over here to Nansen.ai, their portfolio. You can search Binance's portfolio, and you can track some of the token allocations and what they've been doing through their portfolio. Next, I want to go ahead and talk about Bitcoin's options, okay? Now, I've previously talked about this where Deribit has their options and their specific options contracts and when they expire. But Bitcoin has a significant amount of options that are expiring on the 31st of March. You can see here that it's mostly, in this case, calls. There is a significant amount of puts as well. And so what this means is that in the next couple of days, we could potentially see some strong volatility as these contracts are, as they are closed or as they are liquidated. So that's something to watch out for. We're going to potentially see some more volatility towards the end of the month because this is a significant amount. We're talking about over $3 billion worth of calls and puts here that are going to expire. Those contracts are going to expire at the end of the month, 31st of March. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Ethereum chart TA. So our Ethereum chart TA, if we go ahead and zoom in here, what we can see is that Ethereum, again, did not have as big of a move as Bitcoin did today. And right now, it's still struggling to push above that 1850 level, and it just has not been able to. The volume has not been there, and on top of that, it almost looks like it wants to come back down here and retest the 1723 level and push under it. But if it does push under it, there is significant support here at about 1700. That's where I would find strong support for Ethereum. However, if Bitcoin continues to push upwards, we're going to wind up probably seeing Ethereum move along with it. Now, I don't think that Bitcoin dominance is going to last. I don't think this 47% is sustainable. Every other time it's popped up to this level, it's immediately shot back down again. So it could be that investors and traders are going to be transferring, they're going to be rotating their funds out of Bitcoin and then buying Ethereum instead. And I do think that's a likely possibility. Now, as for our Binance Coin has been very disappointing lately. And the reason for that is because Binance is getting sued by the CFTC, and that has an impact on their Binance Coin here. And we see that it has actually come below this level, this 317 level, which was previously support. Now it is acting as resistance for your Binance Coin. So right now, we can go ahead and move this trend line down a little bit. That's your new support here at about 307. And even lower than that, I expect 300 would also be a very strong support for Binance Coin. And for now, I think it's probably not going to come anywhere near the current resistance level of this 343 level, especially as Binance increasingly comes under pressure from the CFTC, and the token price here gets incredibly depressed. Okay? So that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know if you guys like this content. If you want to go ahead and if you want me to go and look at another video or another chart or another coin, let me know. If there's something you guys are interested in hearing about, definitely would like to hear about it. And let me know what you guys think about the Bitcoin price action for today and the Bitcoin options. If you feel like that we're going to wind up seeing a little bit of volatility or a massive amount of volatility, at the $3 billion, does that really matter in the long run for Bitcoin, considering Bitcoin's total market cap is about $58 billion? So definitely interested in hearing about that. That's all I've got for you guys today. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.